That might be Arne Stont's young widow. Pardon me, mistress. I'm looking for the Stant widow.
I'm Gertie Stoned. Who are you?
I knew your husband. He was a brave man.
Knew him? How did you know him?
We met in Friar's Keep, mistress, on the night of his death. He saved my life. In return, I granted him death.
You granted... You killed my husband.
He was dying. They would have tortured him had they found him alive. He asked me to visit you, to tell you that he loves you.
Oh, don't talk to me of love. He helped you survive. You held my husband's life in your hands. And you killed him? You are despicable. Leave, before I call the City Watch on you.
The construction of the tube network appears to be picking up pace. There are wagon loads of metal pipes everywhere, and the laborers work into the night. The pipes are manufactured both locally and in Azadir, and they bring them in by the boatload. They must require thousands of them to cover the city. There are more steam machines than ever, and we still have no idea what they're for. They're connected to the pipes, and they appear to be linked to the tower. But why? I'm sure we'll learn more about those tubes soon enough. Right now, we have other concerns. A map of the southernmost parts of Mercuria. Liko mentioned that there's a plan in place to learn more about the tubes and the machines and to sabotage the network. But not today. I'll need to find a way to get past that goon. Greetings, brother.
What? Who's there? Gods damn it. You gave me a right scare, mate. Where in the Seven Hills did you come from?
The shadows. Step aside, I'm late for the assembly.
Right, of course. Blood and land, brother.
The important thing is not what I say, but how I say it. I must appear forceful and show that I belong at this assembly. We'll keep this simple. The obvious answer to blood and land is... I'm not going to just keep guessing. Sooner or later, even this brainless fool will see through my veil and call on the guards. My apologies. Wrong backyard assembly.
You people ought to be ashamed of yourselves. How dare you put this muck on my door? Just because I'm human don't mean I'm interested in your speciesist propaganda. I've lived next door to Dalmari most of my life, and they've never once done me or mine any harm. Here's what I think of your so-called humanist rally. And your Honour Hillarist can go fuck himself. He's a traitor. You all are. When the Azadi finally pack up and leave, we will remember what you've done. Be sure of that. It's disgusting what's going on in there. Them bad-mouthing magicals like they're the problem. The magicals have always lived here. It's the Azadi who've upset the balance of things.
You ought to be more careful speaking ill of the Azadi. The walls have ears.
Oh, what are they going to do? Ship me off to one of their re-education camps? I'd like to see them try.
They might throw you in Friar's Keep.
They wouldn't dare. They respect women, that lot. At least they've got that going for them, unlike those National Front traitors in there. Mark my word. The moment the Azadi leave, the resistance will hunt down every last one of them and string them up on the city walls.
Excuse me.
Balance! Where did you come from, eh? I didn't even see ya. What do you want? I don't want no trouble.
That piece of paper you tore. Do you have the other half?
What piece of... The National Front flyer? Why? Who are you?
Someone who's on your side.
Well, I dunno. You sound Azadi to me. What do you want that flyer for?
Long story. I need it to find a traitor. A traitor to the rebel cause.
Oh, right. Well, if it means getting back at that National Front filth, then by all means. Take it. And Balance bless you for standing up to those bastards.
There aren't a lot of people out at night, even though the streets appear to be safe. Honour and humanity. It's the slogan used by the National Front. That must be the passphrase I need to get into the meeting. Step aside, brother.
Gods! You snuck up on me. Blood and land.
Blood, land, honour and humanity. That's what these people claim to care about. They cling to their slogans like drowning men cling to driftwood. Honour and humanity.
Faith and family, brother. Go on through, mate. The meeting's already begun. If you haven't seen Mr. Hillarist speak before, you're in for a proper treat. That man is an example to us all.
Brothers, sisters, cousins, brave, humble human folk, welcome to this meeting of the National Front for Faith and Family. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you for coming here tonight. Thank you. Thank you for the generosity of your time. Thank you for braving these ill-lit occult courts in your tireless search for truth. Yes. Oh, yes. Despite the selfless work of our benefactors, the enemy lurks out there, in the shadows. Look about. Look. Fear them, the enemy, for they are close. They are everywhere.
The hoods are probably to protect their identities.
I smell them.
It never bodes
not
well
smell
for a
them?
movement when its
That
members are afraid to be
foreign
seen.
Spice, magic, filth. It warms my heart to see you standing before me, standing up for what's good and fair. Glory, cousins. Glory be upon you.
Honor Hilaris.
In the light
He leads
of
this
the goddess.
National Front for Faith and Family.
Yes, yes. I spoke recently with our benefactors. I spoke to them about that immigrant, the magical.
Honor Hilaris. He leads this National Front for Faith and
I
Family.
spoke to them. I said, listen to these humble, brave folk, your cousins. Humans.
There's nothing
brought
unusual
to
about
their
that person.
knees by
Nothing in
the
particular
magic,
stands out.
Driven to bankruptcy.
There's nothing
to moral
unusual about that.
corruption.
Nothing in particular stands out.
Simple, uncomplicated
Nothing in particular
men
stands
and
out.
women led
There's
astray
nothing
by the
unusual about that
devilish,
person. The
demonic,
hoods are probably to protect
magical,
their identities.
the necromancer.
It never bodes well for a
I said
movement
to them,
when
I
its members
said,
are afraid to be
we
seen.
need to
There's
make a
nothing
stand.
unusual about that person.
Now.
I'm too
Now.
far away to get a real sense of that
We
person.
need to rally behind our benefactors.
I'm too far away to get
behind
a real
our
sense of
own.
that person.
And I said to
I'm
them,
too
I
far
said,
away to get a real sense of that
need
person.
what they need,
I'm
what
too
we
far away
need,
to get a real sense of that
is someone
person.
to stand up and speak
National
their
Front
human
members,
cause.
All of them human,
The
of course.
true Marcurian. Someone not afraid of the magical and
The
its
hoods are probably
foreign
to protect their
tongues.
identities.
Yes,
It never
Yes.
bodes well for a movement.
You know
There's
me.
nothing unusual about
you
that
know,
person.
you know, I seek no fame or fortune. I seek only truth. I seek the light. I seek
She's
justice
humming to herself.
for brave,
It's a tune
humble,
I recognize.
human folk
A
like
sweet
you.
lullaby.
Yes, yes, yes. I stand here
She's humming to
before
herself.
you as your
It's a tune I
servant.
recognize.
I stand
A
here
sweet
before you
lullaby.
as your humble servant.
I'm too far away to get a real
Soon
sense
the
of
city
that
will
person.
elect a new council,
His breathing is
new
erratic
leader.
and shallow.
one who will
He should
take
visit a doctor.
responsibility for the lawlessness that haunts these
She
occult,
smells faintly of
ill-lit
salted
lanes.
meats.
Our benefactors
Maybe she
do
works in a
great
butcher's
work.
shop.
They do brave work, important work,
Goddess, that
illustrious
man
work.
has a
But they
potent
can't be
odour.
everywhere.
He can't have changed his
They
clothes
can't
or
protect
taken a
all
bath
of
in
you
months.
from your dark neighbours.
Ugh, he
And where
must
the
be wearing
Azadi
leather
fall short,
undergarments.
where their light doesn't reach.
They make an unpleasant
The
creaking
city
noise.
watch can help. Take the paper dragons that fly above us as we speak. Yes, those blasphemous constructs that fly in the face of all decent, humble,
Her
hard-working
clothes
human
smell
folk.
strongly of tar and
Symbols
smoke.
of the magical.
She must be a
Symbols
factory
of
worker.
the dry kin. Phooey. Blasphemous betrayal of all of humanity. Phooey. Our benefactors, the Azadi, they cannot cut
He
every
reeks of
line,
tobacco.
arrest every
An
traitorous
Agadir variant,
child.
unless my nose
There's
deceives
more
me.
important things to do.
Hammy
This is
used
the
to
City
smoke this.
Watch's responsibility. But what does the City Watch
He
do?
smells of rose
They
water.
stop good, honest,
rather
simple
pleasant, to be
human folk from meting out well-deserved justice. They stop us from punishing the
He has an
magical,
odd and
that
annoying habit of
immigrant, for
constantly
his
clicking his
necromancy
tongue.
and illusionism. Why, only
He
last
smells of lavender
night, a
oil.
young cousin of ours
Maybe he's a
was put
physician.
in chains for laying
She
righteous hands
smells
on a
faintly of
magical.
salted
A
meats.
magical who'd cast a spell
Maybe
on
she
our
works in a
young
butcher's
cousin's
shop.
sister.
Nothing in
She'd
particular
fallen in
stands
with
out.
the magical,
Goddess,
possessed
that
with
man
dark
has a
lust,
potent odour.
obscenity,
He
and our
can't change
cousin
his
is
clothes
thrown
or
in the
taken a
dungeon
bath
for
in
doing
months.
what's right.
National Front
What's
members,
just.
all of them human, of course.
What's
I'm
moral?
too far away to get a
Yes.
real sense of that person.
This
She's
is
humming
what
to
the
herself.
watch does.
It's a tune I
Punishes
recognize.
brave, simple,
sweet lullaby.
human folk for doing
His breathing
what's right.
is erratic and shallow.
For trying to save a young
should visit
girl's
the doctor.
soul from that demon, the magical
Hilarious.
immigrant.
He leads
No,
this
no,
National
no.
Front for Faith and
The
Family.
City Watch needs leadership. Mercuria needs
Hilarious.
leadership.
He leads
Someone who
this
can
National
stand
Front
up
for
against
Faith
the
and Family.
magical and say, this far and no further. Someone who's willing to make sacrifices.
Her clothes
to
smell
hammer in a
strongly
few
of tar
nails
and
to build
smoke.
a home.
She must be a
The
factory
watch
worker.
is willing to hammer no nails to build no home. I blame their leader, that woman with unnatural
He
desires.
must be wearing leather
And I blame her
undergarments.
leaders, that boneless
They make an
council,
unpleasant creaking
slave
noise.
to the immigrant, the magical. What can be done? There is
His breathing
only
is erratic
one
and shallow.
solution.
He should visit. She
Change.
smells faintly of salted
Change.
meats.
Yes.
Maybe she works in a butcher.
Yes.
He smells of lavender oil.
Vote, faith,
Maybe he's
and
a physician.
family. Vote,
He has an
blood,
odd and annoying habit of
Land.
constantly clicking his tongue.
honour, and humanity. Vote
He reeks of
National
tobacco.
Front and vote
Azadea
for your
variant,
humble
unless my nose deceives
human
me.
servant. Yours
Annie
truly,
used to smoke
owner
this.
Hilaris. With my guidance and leadership, the magical, that subhuman immigrant, the dark necromancer and warlock will be banished from our home. Our children will
Honor
be safe to
Hilaris.
play once more.
He leads
Our
this
women
National
folks'
Front for
virtue
Faith and
will
Family.
be protected. And these ill-lit, occult avenues will be lit by the light of the goddess and crowned with sweet-smelling, homely herbs. Thank you. Thank you
It's a
all for
flyer for the
coming.
National Front meeting.
Thank you. Oh, yeah, thank you for coming. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you kindly. Thank you. No, it's important that we stand together hand in hand with our benefactors. Yes. I speak regularly with the Azadi. I visit the tower often. I've even broken fast with our bastion of morality, Sami Rahman. Now, to abandon our gods. No. No, the light of the goddess is about acceptance, not disapproval. She smiles upon all good humans. Our common enemy is the filthy immigrant, the necromancer, that demon, the magical. That's what this is all about. It's about fighting the magical infestation. It's not about which gods we do or do not worship. No. The Azadi are nothing if not open-minded. They'll
Honor
never
Hilaris.
curtail your right to
He
worship
leads
no
this
gods at
National
all.
Front for Faith and
Of course,
Family.
the goddess represents the truth and the light. She symbolises the fight against the magical, that sorcerer. To embrace her light is to embrace humanity itself. Thank you again for coming. Thank you. May you walk in the light, cousins. And remember, vote Hilaris. Vote Faith and Family. Vote National Front.
Honor Hilaris. He leads this National Front for Faith and Family.
Did you hear the one about the magic? If you're a ghost, just leave me be.
People still keep their heads down around Azadi military. They must fear the worst.
Who's there? What do you want?
A runner passing messages between checkpoints.
Let's see. Which way is it again? So hard to see anything in this light. Right, left. Left's right. Left.
The sign reads, Earthrin's Ascent. It says Watcher's Court.
Let's see. Wait, Wasn't it left, not right? Right don't sound right. But hey, signs never lie. Right it is. This don't look right.
Goddess. Dead. Murdered. What a terrible waste. The mole will need to answer for this boy's death. I would have to break the seal. No, the mole would know I'd opened it, and she might not be very happy about that. Our agreement may be forfeit. The dead runner's message, sealed with an Azadi mark, probably destined for the tower. My mission was to give this to the mole. Even though she broke her promise, I will not break mine.
If I take a short nap standing up, will you cover for me? No? Oh, never mind.
Where have you been? Where have you been?
At a National Front meeting, identifying your turncoat.
It takes a traitor to find a traitor. Think you can point him out for us?
I can.
Go on then, before we lose him.
Exotic oils, foreign herbs, soothing salves, ointments.
Always angry, but a good man to have by your side in a dangerous situation.
Go on, Kian. Show us the traitor. If you can.
This
Nibbles,
sells exotic
grubs,
snacks and
tasty
nibbles.
morsels.
Fresh in a crunchy East Valley.
He's not doing a very good job of being inconspicuous.
The Azadi returned to get proverbial back scratched.
He was just a boy. He'd harmed no one. Does she hate the Azadi so much? Why did you have the runner killed?
Good question. Why did Azadi see the need to kill Banda children? Because one day they think Banda children grow to be Banda women and men, and then they come for Azadi. Better make sure this never happen.
If she has something on her mind, I should let her speak. One death cannot compensate for another.
This is true, Azadi. Retribution may be counterproductive. But your people must also be made to suffer for their crime. They need to see the consequence of their action. They need to feel pain. And that man, that boy, he was in wrong place at wrong time. He's safer this way. He cannot run back and tell on us, or on you.
You talk about making my people suffer, but my people know nothing of what has transpired here in the Northlands. You can't lay this at the feet of all Azadi.
How do I make them see? How do I make them understand our loss? The Banda Banter are no more because of Azadi. I can gnash teeth and sharpen claw for many moon. It will not change truth. Your people will never mourn mine. But if I take life, make mother suffer the loss of child, make friend miss friend, husband miss wife, maybe then someone will think of mine. Maybe then someone will remember our loss.
I'm not sure that's how it works.
Perhaps not, Kian of the Azadi. But one can always hope. I may not honour that part of the arrangement, but I will honour most important part. Your resistance will get weapon. All the weapon I have to give. I still need some for my men. Sharpest sword, swiftest axe, strongest bow. But the rest go to your people. Not your people, Azadi. Your people rebel movement, otherwise would be silly.
Of course. Thank you.
My men will be in touch with your women, and also men. Leave now, Azadi. It's dark and late, and I will sleep. Sleep and dream of happier day in Burrow to the north, where laughter of children fill every tunnel. Dream of friend and of family, while I mourn them all.
She's a magical, and she obviously harbours no love for my people. Why haven't you joined the resist?
The shepherd asks same thing. How can I live?
I should continue my... I must...
Good.
His breathing is heavy and wet.
Nibbles, scrub,
Tell your friends.
tasty mussels.
Cured Elwood meat, pickled shrimp
I've got
cheese,
salted tatters from
sweet
Riverwood,
Italy,
soaked
wrapped
in saltwater
crunchy
brine and
spark.
rat piss. The rat piss keeps it fresh. Nothing wrong with it.
His skin appears red and blistered. Perhaps he spent too much time in the sun.
Keep me in mind next time you pick. All right. I've got it from across the Northlands.
The Magicals keep their heads high despite the Azadi threat.
Fully authorised and
It's a
licensed.
testament to their
No
resilience.